Friends, Romans, countrymen, here I am again. I'm sure I left the title of the stream all fucked up, so I'll fix that later. What we have tonight is another installment of Sorcerer's Cinema. We're going to be watching The Arrivals, some fucked up Muslim conspiracy theories, I guess. It'll be fun. I'm here with Seamus O'Sullivan. Say
Hey
hi,
guys,
Seamus.
how are you guys tonight?
And with Fischer King,
Hey,
everyone's
hey.
favorite meme magician.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know about everyone.
you're my favorite. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, that counts for a lot.
All right. So yeah, with nothing left to say, let's get this fucking show on the road.
Can't wait.
The world is changed. I feel it in the water.
We have a little bit of copyright infringement to start everything
I feel
off.
it in the earth.
I'm wondering if my stream's gonna get shut down right now just because of that, honestly.
In the air.
We'll see.
Nah, I don't think they screen, like that.
Maybe. I don't know. I've had my shit shut down for less, that's for damn sure.
I think recording stuff over it makes it like your own.
That's what it should be, and that's how it is for video games. The question is, why isn't it for film? If I want to fucking stream WrestleMania and say fucking racial slurs over it, then why isn't it my work of art at that point, you know? I think it is.
I'd agree. I'm inclined to agree.
Here we have some fucking Muhammad talk going on. If I get my shit together, I'd narrate, but I'm too fucking stupid. Apparently the Dajjal is one-eyed. The Antichrist cometh. He will be a reptilian, and he's got one eye.
So is Allah really Sauron?
No,
Yeah,
that's
if
the
you wanna talk about,
Antichrist
like-
Dajjal.
You're talking about copyright infringement or whatever. Like, look at that. Like,
So is the eye in the pyramid on the dollar really Sauron?
Fisher, what do you got to say about that?
about the eye.
Yeah, what is the eye? Is the eye the Antichrist reptilian Dajjal? Is it true?
I mean, it's hard to say.
What about CBS?
I mean, well. There's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, they just showed.
Well, every culture
example.
is seen as coming, so.
Every culture has eyes.
Obviously, it represents the glory of the human intellect, honestly.
That sounds about right to me.
That's a cop out. I don't know.
It's about the pizza and the gates, and rolling out the checkerboard carpets.
That's
Yeah.
right. You know what shape a slice of pizza's in?
Oh Jesus!
Fucking triangle, bro.
Illuminati
fucking
confirmed.
The sun god has always been the sun god.
Oh man, I wish I had named this fucking stream the right thing. Whatever, I didn't do it.
It's you.
Oh my god, I'm fixing it. Don't worry.
I mean, like, I heard that the Tower of Babel, they were trying to build a tower to the top of the flat Earth globe.
Yeah,
But that's why. What
they were trying to
going
build a tower tall enough to prove the world is actually flat.
Exactly. So that way you can see the edge
Yeah.
in all directions. But God didn't like that. So.
I see. So he scattered them.
That's right.
What? All these fucking movie references. Like, what is he getting at? That was Mel Gibson's movie. Mel Gibson is fucking based. What's his problem?
I guess it's. Oh yeah.
What?
Nickelodeon.
That as a kid, that's photoshopped.
It's not. That is real.
It's.
It's a sweet
Somebody
font.
else like this or?
Now, I want to make a commentary about this. I made the commentary in the last video I did. This upside down cross, the only time I've ever seen that used unironically is the fucking Pope. Like, right the fuck here. That's the only time I've ever seen that. So like,
That's
and
not. That's real.
yeah, oh, it's absolutely real. But here's the
It's,
argument: is that when you flip a symbol upside down, that it's not a sign of disrespect. It's not like fuck this. It's a sign of distress, and that's totally like
with the
theologically
flag.
sound. If you're the church, you're saying you're being oppressed and persecuted, like it's fucking the Romans or some shit like that.
Hmm.
So make this video play again. I'm retarded.
I think there's a name for
Huh?
an upside down cross. Like not a like other than there's a name for it. It's called a certain kind
Sure.
of cross. I'm gonna
No, you're right. I can't think of it right now, but now you're ringing a
Wanna.
bell to me. You googling?
Let's see. Yep.
the cross of Saint Peter,
Ah,
Yeah.
traditionally used as a Christian symbol, according to Google. If you try.
Google. It's more like it.
That's right.
That's right. Jesus, and this is right where the fucking the Vegas shooting happened. He's like right next to the fucking joint, the Mandalay Bay, like is right there across the street, right where he was
Oh.
filming that pyramid.
Yeah. It was a ceremony.
Oh god, let's touch on that real quick. For the love of God, that fucking okay. No motive, everybody. Everyone fucking relax. There was no motive. Nothing's happening. No reason to
Yeah.
worry. Give me some hot takes. You boys gotta have some hot takes on that.
Well, how the hell did you get 200 pounds of fucking guns and steel and iron and shit past, supposed. I mean, there's got to be a checkpoint, or something. Something you got to walk through. Metal detector.
You'd
You
think
just
so.
bring guns in.
They did release the camera footage from that, and it seems like he just did it in many trips as to not raise suspicions.
Hmm.
So I think there's validity to that, but it's like I also think there might be validity to some of these stories that he was selling guns. And the people he was selling guns to didn't take too kindly to him and blew his fucking head off and then fucking committed a shooting. And the strange thing about it was and I wish I could remember all the details to this. The top floor, the floor he was on, was owned by like the head of the Saudi royal family. I don't know if he's the head or one of the princes or something like that, but he's no joke. He's the guy who
Hmm.
who basically pulled a coup. I want to say it was like last year or maybe 2 years ago at this point. I don't quite remember. A bunch of helicopters went down. A bunch of members of the family got killed because they were basically a threat to his position. But he's a major member of the Saudi royal family, so a lot of people were saying he was gun running.
The the shooter is a major member of the Saudi Arabia.
No,
Of
the
the
guy who
Saudi
owned the floor he was on, the entire
Oh, okay,
floor.
I got you. Hmm.
So he was selling
Jeez.
the House of Saud weapons or something like that.
Right.
What do you
That's
got,
fucked.
Fisher? You got to have something good for this. Come on.
I honestly really don't.
Really?
I don't know.
What about the
Like-
name, Paddock? What does that make you think
I
of?
honestly don't know any details about that particular shooting.
Well, what does the name Paddock make you guys think of? What do you do with a
Oh.
paddock? What's a paddock for?
A paddock. I don't know.
You put fucking animals in a paddock. What are you gonna do with those animals?
Oh,
You're gonna slaughter
You're
them?
gonna fucking slaughter them. What was the festival called? Either you remember what the festival was called?
It was a country
No.
music festival,
The
right?
Harvest Festival.
Oh
They were put in the
Mhm.
paddock to be slaughtered for the fucking harvest. The dude was on the
Hmm.
32nd floor of that hotel.
Oh shit. Yeah.
okay, yeah. I mean,
He was right across the street from the
those
giant
are
fucking
details.
pyramid. Just goes on forever.
Speaking
Anywho.
as someone who's totally ignorant on the subject, I'm convinced those four tidbits of information just
Well,
That's all I
symbolism.
need.
Well, there's a lot of like
Nothing in.
fucking numerology and shit behind it too if you look into it. Oh, here we go. Good old
oh
Gandalf.
yeah.
All the symbolism
Uncle
matches up.
Gandalf.
Good enough for me. Awesome. 32nd floor.
William Schneider, if you are watching, I want you on one of these fucking streams. Get into my fucking stupid riot room. You dick. I want you on this shit. Oh, that's the end of fucking part 1. On to, or no, that was part 0. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Looks like we're skipping some
Yeah,
parts.
that was
Some serious copyright infringement going on here. Got a very important question. What is the most
Video
efficient and effective
unavailable.
way to control the world? 2 words. Nigger faggot. Mind control. Okay, I should have guessed mind control.
And you probably noticed I don't feel about that war the way we were told we were supposed to feel about that war, the way we were ordered and instructed by the United States government to feel about that war. You see, I tell you, my mind doesn't work that way. I got this real moron thing I do. It's called thinking. And I'm not a very good American because I like to form my own opinions. I don't just roll over when I'm told to. Sad to say, most Americans just roll over on command. Not me. I have
Solid
certain rules
material.
I live by. My first rule,
Yeah, I
don't
like that.
believe anything the government tells me.
Wait,
This was like
we've
my
done
favorite
that
album.
before.
I'd like to go back and watch more of his stuff, honestly.
Carlin, yeah. I bet the Illuminati did him in. I bet.
Finally got him at like 90 years old.
Just wait till he's 95 and then whack him.
That is weak, isn't
He's gonna look like a heart attack.
And who most of the time function as kind of an unofficial public relations agency for the United States government. So I don't listen to them. I don't really believe in my country. And I gotta tell you folks, I don't get all choked up about yellow ribbons and American flags. Now, to balance the scale, I'd like to talk about some things that bring us to...
I'd like to say, once in a while, I do get choked up by the American flag. And it's not because I feel this great sense of patriotism, it's that I feel this great sense of fucking loss and longing for something I thought I was going to have as a child. And that's just getting shittier and shittier. Just saying.
Yeah. It kind of got to the point when you realize that our country would never have like a surplus budget again, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
When
at this
when
point, it
the
never happened.
well, that's
Like,
it. When you
oh.
get the fucking inequality gap so fucking extreme that it just can no longer be rectified. You just have a people that have to be dependent on the government or have to die off.
Right. Like you always say, well, under Clinton, you know, there was a surplus. Sure. I don't think that'll ever happen again.
No.
I goofed up. I was out for a few seconds there.
You're cool, man.
I'm just kidding. I just got back.
You're cool.
together. Things that point out our
George
similarities
Carlin.
instead of our differences. Because that's all you ever hear about in this country.
I was
is our
bitching about
differences.
America.
That's all the media
Well, I
and
mean, that's-
politicians are ever talking about, the things that
That's
separate
fair.
us, things that make us different from one another.
It's 2019
That's the
after
way
all.
the ruling class operates in any
Right.
society. They try to divide
This
the
is
rest
society.
of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing happens to work. You know, anything different, that's what they're going to talk about. Race, religion, ethnic and national background, jobs, income, education.
Notice he's not
social
even
status,
trying to be funny
sexuality,
anymore at
anything
this
you can
point.
do
No,
to
he's just
keep
telling
us
the fucking
fighting with
truth.
each other so that they can keep going to the bank. You know how I describe the economic and social classes in this country? The upper class keeps all of the money, pays none of the taxes. The middle class pays all of the taxes, does all of the work. The poor are there just to scare the shit out of the middle class.
That's how I feel. Oh, I feel it, bro.
And everybody screams and laughs like he's
No,
like
they
telling a
half
joke.
get it. They got drilled the hole, he planted the charge. What more can you do?
They think it's a witty observation as opposed to just literal truth.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to listen to, but you still get the message, hopefully.
But there's a reason. There's a reason.
Best kind of
There's a
spell the
reason for
cats,
this.
really.
There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because
is
the owners of this
Still
country
that part of that
don't
video
want that.
series, right?
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the
Oh, he
real
just steals from
owners now.
everybody, left
The
and right. It's
big,
great.
the wealthy,
It's just this is
that-
the whole
real
episode
owners,
is like
the
George Carlin. I
wealthy
like that he
business
just
that
saw
control
George
things
Carlin
and
and said, yeah,
Right.
this guy gets it.
I know. Well,
And-
you gotta understand, this stuff was from like 2008.
Politicians are put there to give you
So
the
it was
idea
like
that you have freedom of
stealing shit was
choice.
kind of the
You
thing
don't.
at the time. Like
You have
that's
no
how I got
choice.
like 1 million
You
views
have
on my YouTube
owners.
channel, just
They
using
own
other
you.
people's shit.
They own everything. They own all the
Oh,
important
okay.
land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big all the big media companies. So they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars.
We got you
every
by the
year
balls,
lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
I mean, I've seen this clip circulated around like a ton for years on YouTube, Facebook, and everything. So it's probably not like
by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago.
you know.
They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept.
That's why they want all the women to
increasingly
work too.
shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the
Gotta keep
vanishing
distracted.
pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it
They got all
back.
this shit already. This
So
was
they can give
fucking
it to their
like
criminal
20 years
friends
ago.
on
Now
Wall
they
Street.
got all this
And you
shit.
know something?
Oh,
They'll
so
get it.
depressing.
They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
The greatest form of control is when you think you're free,
Lizard man.
when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch them. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. News.
How do we feel about David Icke?
He seems to be hooked too much on the reptilian, and I watched something lately. Jupiter is, or Saturn, okay, is some kind of energy device that's sending signals to the moon, and the moon is picking up the signals and broadcasting them to Earth and controlling.
So that's how the simulation works, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus
And that's how the
Christ.
simulation works. So this is what David Icke is doing nowadays.
Last I heard,
Yeah.
he was talking about like the archons, and he was like, no, they're not reptiles. That was just a metaphor. They're the archons, like the Gnostic type thing. That's the
Okay.
last I heard.
He probably stumbled onto some new material that sounded appealing. I mean,
See,
like,
I don't even know that it's him stumbling onto something. It's just like knowing that he has to evolve, but like not being. He's just not versatile enough to do it. You're the lizard guy, man. I'm sorry.
You know what?
You're the lizard guy. What can I say?
I think reptilians, I think it's a big fucking joke. And I think it was like misinformation kind of like put out there by the elites, because with the whole symbolism and everything, like how like the lizard, the serpent or whatever is supposed to be the symbol of the intellect. So they're like glorifying themselves as like the Anunnaki or like the gods, or you know what I mean? And
Justifying their right to rule, their divine right to rule through blood.
basically, yeah. So I think it's like a big fucking joke.
Yeah, I mean, I'd accept that. I don't think that like they came
I
up
think
with
it's just
it.
symbolism.
There's a motherfucking reason that you can find all fucking 27 or whatever of David Icke's books at Barnes and Noble. They're not hard to find. They're you know,
Exactly.
you can't find dangerous books at fucking Barnes and Noble. It's just not a thing.
Can you find Siege at Barnes and Noble?
I think I think the most hardcore thing you're finding at Barnes and Noble is Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper.
Yeah. Not even like the Hitler
Half that
book.
book's aliens. That's probably why.
Mhm.
That's like the only one though.
Well, Bill Cooper's been dead long enough that like nobody remembers him really, except for
Don't
like.
say that. That breaks my heart, dude.
I know. I'm sorry.
Are you familiar with Bill Cooper, Fisher?
I don't believe I am.
I'm going to send you
Okay.
his Mystery Babylon series. It's like the best thing I've ever listened to, and it's honestly, it's a great 101 course for like the occult
Mhm.
and like secret society symbology and stuff. A lot of stuff that you'd probably know, but it's definitely worth checking out. So if anyone listening,
Okay,
for
right on.
real, Mystery Babylon, Bill Cooper, fucking find it. Listen.
Yeah, you gotta get obsessive about it because his shit
Hey, you
is
don't
like
have to,
really
but fine.
fucking like you go into it. It's great.
Readers, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly
Well, it's the
telling
boob
us
tube,
what
mate.
to believe is real.
All you gotta do is not get your TV license.
Historically, the control and manipulation of political opinion.
And never met a
has been
Brit
the
who didn't
Freemasons'
have a
main
shit
weapon
political
in gaining
opinion.
control of countries and states. Once in control of the
I heard
rulers
some
and
Brits say
politicians
that
of a
about
country,
Americans today.
laws and political structures could be changed in accordance with their agenda. However, since restricting the body does not necessarily mean restricting the mind, the Freemason recognizes that their plan for a global government hinges completely on subduing the masses to their agenda,
NWO.
and thus eliminating opposition to their cause. And the greatest threat to their plan, posing more danger than any army or law, is the threat of a free-thinking mind. In order to eliminate
That's us,
this
boys. We're the
threat
free-thinking
and
minds.
achieve
We're the
their
weapons.
objective,
We're the
Masons have
AK-47s,
set about
bro.
the boldest plan ever devised. The complete control of every aspect of human life. Your life. And the weapons they are using against you are in your very homes, entertaining you and your children, and gradually indoctrinating.
What is the real significance of the Freemasons? What are they? Should people be afraid that they're taking over the world?
Hmm. When you consider the other secret societies, I suppose so. Like, the connections that are going on, it's just like another layer of exclusivity. You know, if you had to have gone to Yale, you know, in order to be in the fucking Skull and Bones or something in this part of the United States, you gotta have all this money. It's just like another layer of exclusivity, and
Yeah.
and just like recognition, like between these people. But I'd get behind the idea that like Bush has royal blood or something, and you know they've been fucking inbreeding or
What did that have to do with
basically.
Freemasons?
Well, no, there's evidence that like say George Bush has like royal lineage going back to
It's the
like
Habsburgs. They were the
there you go.
inbred royal line from Europe. You can find there's some of the most inbred people on
Oh.
Earth. It's really interesting looking at their portraits. What's known as the Habsburg jaw. It's an underbite, but it got real severe, and it was definitely a result of
Ooh.
inbreeding. And they have
Oh
portraits,
man.
and it's bad.
Like when the bottom jaw goes forward, that's an underbite, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fisher, what do you think about the Freemasons?
I think at this point in time, they're. I agree with Seamus. It's just
The boys' club.
just a club. They were like an Enlightenment era secret society doing shit. Sure, they might have been like active, like doing things
Hmm.
locally. Like the Illuminati was banned from, like the historical one. The Bavarian Illuminati was banned from or kicked out of.
Yeah, founded by Adam Weishaupt. Like going back
Yeah,
that
they
far.
were banned from Bavaria.
Yes.
So secret societies obviously played a part in. They did things. They were
Yeah.
active enough and powerful enough to cause concern.
It seems
But I
to me.
mean,
I think they had also were contributing to science in a lot of respects, so that's why.
right.
Well, this
you
was a
know,
time when the church held a lot more influence than they do today. And if you were, if you're out there just practicing science willy-nilly, if you're just going crazy with your
Right.
science, you can't be doing that. It's going to upset the order of things. So at that time, you had to do it in secret, which warranted secret societies, which, that did lead to the rise of the power of these groups. And it makes sense that it's at the same time of the rise of liberalism, as it were, and like representative government and Enlightenment thinking. But then
Mhm.
you see like, and I think these were very strong positive forces in America. And down the line you see other forces take hold, and it's definitely not the Freemasons in power today. That's like saying it's the fucking NRA who's calling the shots. It's just fucking, it's absolute nonsense. Because we see that there's been many takeovers in our government, in our political structure, and it's not the fucking Freemasons.
Oh,
Boy, they.
okay, so you're talking about.
Well, here I'll go
That's what I was
further.
just gonna
I'll
say.
go further with that. Now, what are the Freemasons fucking doing? If they're actually practicing magic, what kind of magic are they practicing?
Yeah.
It's based on Kabbalah.
It's
And
Kabbalah. What
yeah,
is Kabbalah?
Kabbalah is the Hebrew mysticism.
Oy
Yeah.
vey. Exactly.
Oy vey.
So it's just another power base. It's another like fundamental level of the power structure. It's probably, it's just like, and it's all probably boomer conservatives at this point, I would assume. Who knows?
You without you even realizing.
Back in the simple days when you could just hate George Bush and be like happy with that. It could just be like politics.
What?
Look at that eagle fly. Look at him soar. Like a boss. What point do you think is being made right now?
Not sure. There's all these.
Fuck capitalism. Fuck Israel. Honestly, it's pretty fucking based.
Just a slideshow of, oh yeah, there you go.
A slideshow of degeneracy.
Get your fucking feet off the table, kids.
Yeah, look
That's
at
where you
that.
eat your Doritos.
There's that cue again.
Yeah, see? Naughty sex tricks.
Man, if they could only see 2019. I'm sure somewhere out there these Muslims are very angry about 2019.
Right?
I sure am. They're fucking based. This shit was my first like red pill when it was like, yeah, Zionism is terrible, and like it was these fucking guys who gave it to me. I'm honored to have received it from some fucking weird Shia Muslims, whatever.
Making, yeah, these very that quick little flash at the end there. These are pretty interesting. I like the format of like suspenseful music.
I know. It's just
and the
hypnotic.
slideshow.
It's just like you just did a bunch of ketamine.
This one's rated R.
And the weapons they are using against you are in your very homes,
Is that like a-
entertaining you and your children.
Did you see this already? I don't remember.
Indoctrinating you
No, this
without
is
you
right.
even realizing. In today's society, people are spending more and more time engaged with modern media,
What happened? Did it stop playing?
Uh,
Oh no, it's just glitching out. Who knows? I got it, everybody. Don't worry. Did I restart it?
information on society
There we go.
ranging from ideals
Don't worry.
and the difference between right and wrong to the way societies and economies should be structured is passed before you every single day. These media play a significant role in providing the basis for determining an individual's view of the world and everything that exists. Thus, any one group in complete control of this information placed on these media will in effect have the power to indoctrinate practically the entire populace of the world. to their way of
Indoctrinating the
thinking.
entire
And it
populace
is
of the
this
world. Who would ever want to do such a thing?
I just can't believe people actually fucking buy Cosmopolitan. They look at that and take that shit seriously. Like, how fucking hollow-headed are you?
I can't think like a woman. I don't know how women think. I don't understand. I'll never understand.
Well, even like these men's health magazines, which like is the same exact fucking thing. Like my boss will get these things and leave them out, and like clients or customers want to read them or something while they're waiting around.
Well,
Like,
I was thinking about magazines recently, and the thing is, magazines are the same thing as like what I'm doing on my phone. Only it takes like 3 months to fucking produce, so by the time they finish the magazine, like it's not even relevant anymore.
Yeah. Well, they can come out with weekly ones, like some they have some serious design teams, but it's a waste of fucking paper, and you can do it a lot cheaper, way cheaper on the internet. As you can see, like whoever went into like graphic design is shit out of luck, huh?
Fuck magazines, everybody.
Fuck me.
You'll find out that it's the same type of minority that runs and survives on secret societies. Zionists? Oh, Luciferians? Fucking based! I told you!
Ben Shapiro, I told you.
I run the porn industry with facts and logic.
True.
I think my video is a couple seconds behind you.
Refresh, and then hit play, and it will go back to where you left off.
Okay.
Blah blah blah, easily ruled. Why? Lizards? Jews? Because the one who stands for nothing will fall for anything. And that is the society that they are building for the Antichrist's arrival.
Oh. Okay.
How else will you accept their New World Order?
This is going in yeah, that's...
Dude, there's 50 episodes. Britney Spears. Reptilian.
Yeah, she's the one. She's the whore of Babylon for sure.
She's a whore, alright. And this is Babylon.
Yeah. These videos are what? Is it from 2008, you said?
Man, something like that. Probably before that. It didn't even get to Obama yet. Consider that. So.
That's not Britney Spears.
No, that's some other skank, slag, bitch, cunt.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of my favorite things is watching something like the Super Bowl halftime show and be like, I'm just gonna fucking analyze why this is an occult ritual. And then I just do, and it's super easy and obvious. Like, I can't even, like, doubt it for a second.
Oh, there's like... I saw a Disney... Like, it was like a Thanksgiving parade with a Disney float where they had, like, stormtroopers marching because they had just bought Star Wars and made Force Awakens. So, like, it's a bunch of Disney princesses on a float with, like, a literal legion of stormtroopers, like, following them. And they did this elaborate choreographed dance number. They sang a song about magic. It was very strange. I don't know.
The dichotomy between the princess and the warrior and the way that's used in propaganda, I find very interesting, especially considering that these could be healthy archetypes, but the way they're presented, like the princess is a fucking slut, and the warrior's a goddamn sociopath, and it's like they're just trying to distort real archetypes.
Right. That's the basis of a lot of like ceremonial magic and various archetypes. They can be used for good, as it were. But
they could be
teaching kids to get drunk. I want to see the pink elephants.
That dare is why I did every drug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like thinking back to Dare doing ecstasy. I'm like, I better remember to drink water.
Yep. This is That's copyright
Like,
infringement.
Is it gonna go through the whole fucking thing?
Probably, dude.
Yeah, I
Just
thought
with
it was just,
shittier
like-
music. It's all
I
pretty
thought it was just
appealing.
gonna be a quick example, but no.
It's
Well,
never
I mean-
quick. No, that's not the way we do things here in fucking Muslim conspiracy
This
land.
is a copyright violation, if anything.
I better see if my
Disney
YouTube
owns your
channel still
fucking
exists.
ass. You understand?
I didn't.
It's
See,
very
look
occult
at
though.
this.
I'll
Yeah.
give him that.
I'm impressed this is still on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
Was it on YouTube?
Me too.
Yeah.
Because like Disney hunts this shit down.
Maybe
Here
they
we
want it
go.
on YouTube. Here's Madonna again.
Yep, shoving the truth right in our faces to mock us, as they often do. Grumpy.
He's
Look
not
at
happy. Oh, they're showing the
Snow
boner.
White and the
He's got a
Seven
well, the-
Jews.
He's got a boner is the thing. They put a boner in there. They put sex in the stars or the dust or whatever it is.
I
There's a-
remember hearing about that.
Actual titty pic in the back of whatever movie this is.
That is the Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah, they all got fucking weird shit in
No,
them.
the
there's no doubt.
rescuers. Those are the rescuers.
Yeah, whatever, man. That's a phallus. Well, the thing is, it takes us back to the Masons again. Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Mason, so maybe they were
True.
like in psyops at the time. Is that such a stretch? I think not.
Yeah, no, it's
Well, I mean, being such a high-ranking Mason, like, of course.
Well, he was literally making war propaganda.
The origins of psychological warfare were in Nazi Germany.
Oh,
And
God.
in the Nazi
Oy vey.
ideology,
Nazi
it had something
Germany.
that was called Weltanschauungskrieg, which
Is
means
he drawing my portrait? That's my portrait.
The idea for them was imposing the Nazi worldview on the countries that they had occupied. The Americans picked up this idea, created an American version of it, and called that psychological.
Oh, it's like subliminal messaging.
That's what they're getting
Because
at.
if it,
That your subconscious picks it up, no matter how subtle it is.
mm.
This is just lewd. Absolutely lewd.
Jeez.
there's a lot of these.
Yeah, man, he could draw them all day. He'll draw fucking wieners and boobs all day.
Turn them into other stuff. No one, no
An
one knows.
experiment.
Straight up thinking, wow.
You gotta switch it up every once in a while. You gotta keep it interesting. Hilarious.
Those boobs are so obvious still.
I know, he's not a very good artist.
It's pretty creative.
Yeah, but they're shitty cartoons. They would make shitty cartoons.
Oh,
They're
those
shitty
people,
drawings.
Make a lot of money as a caricature artist on the streets.
Drawing penises for people.
Yeah, just manual
You draw
dick
a
pics.
for everybody's character. You draw a dick with hair and like facial hair and all that.
Not the father.
Mario's great.
Yeah, I remember having the flu and watching this shit and laughing my ass off. These niggas, they're enjoying themselves. I wish I could be that happy. I'll never be as happy as those niggas were right there when they all dipped together simultaneously. Oh my god. I gotta
Almost
figure out
like-
how to fucking
I
find the
know.
next episode.
Black people have the lowest level of stress. You believe that shit?
I'm
It's
jealous.
true.
I could believe that.
Why do they all die from heart attacks then?
Because of the fried chicken.
Well,
Newports.
Yeah.
Can't even read this papyrus.
Too much to read.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark and then... It's the Bible. Spoiler alert, it's the Bible, everyone.
Oh.
The symbols on the British coat of arms reveal Britain's Hebrew origin. According to the Bible, the harp symbolizes the Hebrew King David.
Is that the Ark of the Covenant?
There's a lot of symbolism going on there,
The
yes.
nation of Israel.
I'm not sure exactly what does and doesn't. Maybe.
It looks like they're carrying the Ark.
Indicating the divine right of the British monarch to an
That's the
eternal
box
throne.
that it's in.
Yeah.
Now what makes this really interesting is that the full symbol contains all the biblical revelations and symbolisms of the Antichrist himself.
That proves it. There's a bunch of fucking words that I can't really read.
He's zooming way too far in.
You don't like pixels, bro? Dude, if I had a nickel for every pixel in this video, I'd have like $1.
Yeah, you get more than that. I mean,
No.
$1.50.
tell us why. No?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I didn't recognize very much of that symbolism in the coat of arms.
Well, yeah, he didn't fucking explain it. He just zoomed in on do a fucking
He just
extreme
panned up and
close-up.
down.
I mean, did you recognize any of the
We're
symbolism?
gonna do an extreme close-up on this JPEG. Well, yeah, I saw a lot of Israel symbolism going on. The lion in particular is the Lion of Judah.
True.
I mean, that's where their divine right to rule comes from, is that the bloodline literally is from everything. Like, Muhammad's in that fucking bloodline. Like, Alexander the Great's in that bloodline. I don't know. Who knows? That's the Habsburgs, the inbred ones. Now we're just looking at cigarettes. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, boys. Following a shot with a phone camera in one day's trip to the mall. This is great. In just one day, he found all of this Illuminati symbolism.
Everywhere. It's all over.
It only took one day to find all this.
It's the same.
There's only 100 packs of cigarettes right in front of you.
You can walk into your local.
We need to film every pack of cigarettes.
Walk into your local gas station and see all this shit. All the
Ishmael, get the camera.
Zoom in on.
Extreme close-up. Zoom. Enhance. Zoom.
Those are just white circles.
Dude, Illuminati. Black labels.
Black
Whiskey for you.
label.
Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker.
I only drink white labels.
I only drink
If
plastic
being white ain't
bottles.
right.
Jesus Christ. It's on these packs too.
Oh, is this guy working
I like
7-Eleven or something?
Penny Vici.
Oh. I coomed, I shid, I farted.
All in my hands.
Who do you think that quote belongs to? Brendan Starr.
I was gonna say the guy from Tool.
Yeah.
Maynard.
That was their first E EP.
Come shat and blood in my hands. That's what I'm saying. Why'd you gonna say that it's pushing you?
Well, then you have to go back to that bloodline, my dude, where they claim descent from Jacob.
So, what were you saying about the Bushes? They're some sort of
fucking reptilians.
Reptilian?
family?
They're descended from the Habsburgs. They take the royal. They're like the royal bloodline from Europe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They go back to like.
Have you seen the?
From who's the guy? The guy who started the Crusades. Saint. Oh, I can't forget his name. It's gone. I don't know. Anyway, what were we saying?
Have you seen the comparisons of Aleister Crowley and Barbara Bush?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yes, I
She
have.
looks-
She's the
she
daughter
looks a
of the
lot
beast.
like Aleister Crowley.
Yes.
And her mom did know Aleister Crowley. So it's
So
my
spooky.
kind of interesting.
My
'cause-
buddy's ex-girlfriend's name was Crowley, and apparently her father changed it to Crowley because it was originally Crowley, and I think there might have been something going on. Like, I think they might have been relatives.
Think they were doing foreskin rituals in the basement?
I heard the brothers were docking with their foreskins. They were docking each other.
They're pegging each other, boofing each other?
That's when you roll one dude's foreskin over the other dude's dick. It's called docking.
Oh my god. It's not gay if your balls don't touch. Oh, here's something for you. Here's a fucking tidbit. If I can roll back the clock a little here. Okay, Starbucks logo. Ah, you son of a whore.
Starbucks.
What do we see here? What is this logo?
The
Oh,
star, a pentagram.
Well, yes.
Is it a menorah?
What is she? No.
She's a mermaid.
She's a siren or something?
Flag.
Something like that. I'm not sure exactly what a siren's morphology is exactly, but it's definitely a fish woman.
Yeah.
And now, what's going on with its legs? Why are they up over her head?
Because
Why is she holding her ankles?
It's hypersexualized.
I don't know. Some sort of fucking sacrifice to the fish goddess. I'm not sure what's going on, but I think it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on a thing. Let me Google.
Jamie, pull that up.
That's what I heard too.
Right.
Howard Schultz received many awards for being the friend of Zion. If you can understand that, then you can begin to understand what the logo means. Oh, he's going into it. Let's see what this guy's got to say. Abdullah Hashem. My man made the video. That's not even Abdullah. I don't know who made this video. I should be an expert on these things. I'm not. Who'd you think it was? Who else would it be?
Obama's the Antichrist.
Thanks, Obama.
Sucking Israel's pecker. Sucking Israel's pecker.
Hey, they're a greatest ally, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful where you spend your money. You wouldn't want to give it to them.
Well, it's illegal not to give it to them now.
That's true. You can't boycott them.
You can't boycott Israel.
That didn't pass. That passed in the Senate, but didn't get through the House or something. I'm not actually sure.
Good. Well, it's funny because the House is like run by Democrats, right?
Wow, they're all
and
run
the
by
Democrats
them,
are like
you know,
anti-Israel nowadays because
The
how they
Democrats.
treat Palestine.
The globalists.
What was I missed it? What was the conclusion this dude came to on the Starbucks logo?
Oh, Jews.
It's important.
Jews.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was just
I mean,
Jews.
according to an article I found, which may have been authored by Jews, I don't know, but
well, whatever.
It was created by Terry Heckler, and he sought something that
Heckler?
told on the maritime history of Seattle, and he looked through old marine books and came up with logo based on an old 16th century Norse woodcut.
Norse
of the two-tailed mermaid.
That's
So, I
based.
mean, Starbucks might
Well, I can tell you,
But I mean,
the
that might
owner
be
of
just a false
Starbucks,
flag.
his
That's sort
name
of
is
an inducement
Schultz.
to throw you up.
That is pretty based.
It's based.
The original logo looks kind of gross. It's like an old, like it's way more detailed and it looks gross and weird.
Everything on Earth, this can be used for positive.
What's going on? Oh, they're channeling energy, and I got the volume all fucked up. What am I doing? This is how you channel energy. What are the most significant designs for channeling energy? We got any opinions? I'm gonna say dragon dildo.
Well,
Is there
I
a
mean,
Bill Cooper clip to watch?
Huh?
Ain't there a Bill Cooper clip to watch?
Oh, dude, pull it up, Jamie. I don't know. Whatever, guys.
my audio.
These designs are the most powerful and efficient at channeling energy.
I don't know how I feel about all this channeling energy bullshit.
Well, you gotta do the dome, so it's like symbolic boobs, and then channel the life energy.
Yeah,
Pretty
the boobs.
Pretty simple stuff, the boobs.
I can get down with the boobs.
The elite understand this concept very well because it is very evident in the way blah. Come on, guy. While mosques, churches, and synagogues are structured to channel down positive energy, the elite build their monuments to channel down evil energy.
Domes. Evil domes.
Yeah, but
These are pretty spooky. And at the end of the day, it really is a battle of energy. The Antichrist cannot come until the energy around the global blah blah blah. Come on, guy. The following shot. Man.
This is absolutely absurd.
It's not giving me enough time to read.
I can't.
They don't want you to read it. They don't want to provide any
he wants
explanations.
To show. You're channeling energy right now.
I can see it. I can see it whirling around like Ghostbusters.
I don't think that the sun is behind it. What are we looking at?
It's channeling it. Oh, it's looking at the structure design. The orb.
It looks like a fucking satellite, or I mean
It's a checkered stripe pattern leading up to the orb. It's an orb.
a telescope. It looks like a telescope.
Textbook orb.
Yeah.
And that's the intersection of dimensions with fusion. Fusion is happening. This is just words.
They're
X.
words though, bro.
Letter X.
Is it gonna go through it?
This is another 9/11. That helicopter's going right forward.
Quarters.
I think that was an alien that just flew by.
Me too. Since the tower passed, I can't read it. I can't read it. It's really tall, guys. In Dubai. That's what he's getting at here. Oh, they're taking
it's the tallest
pictures
building in the
Dubai.
world, the Burj Khalifa.
And he's insinuating that it has changed the weather in Dubai, and now Dubai is shitty.
Dubai, I don't know. How much, like, there's got to be shitty parts of Dubai, right? Like, it sounds all nice unless you're like a slave. It's full of
Give it a
slaves.
look on Google Maps.
Well, I mean, I think he was just talking about weather.
That's an interesting look. If you look at it from maps.
Look at Dubai.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
You can look at Dubai from like the Google Earth.
It's true.
And see the city, and it's really wild. Because I'm pretty sure there is like a desert ghetto, and it just turns into desert. And then there's in that whole country. Where's Dubai? Is that in Qatar? In the whole country, there's only some like random ass desert settlements. Nothing there, except for this one fucking city. Oh, well,
I don't know. I
the
could be
same
wrong.
thing.
I could be
With
retarded.
Qatar has its own city, but it's the same thing as the UAE. It's just one giant city and then a couple of like fucking like sandy settlements here and there.
Yeah.
That they only look like they have power to them.
I'm sure they have slave labor going on there.
Yeah.
If you do your research, you will discover that the most significant monuments on Earth are built on the crosspoints of ley lines. Anything to ley lines?
Energy points.
This is totally
That's what
fucking...
the Aztecs did. The Aztecs
This is
did
reputable.
the same thing.
This is a good map. I believe this map.
That's the one that came up when he searched for it.
Yeah, we Googled that bitch in 2006. Back when Google was dependable.
Like, if you're trying to make the argument that it somehow manipulates, like, the magnetosphere or some shit like that, like, I don't understand exactly.
I was thinking the ionosphere, but hey. Honestly, and if you're wondering if these guys are just like film students, the answer is yes.
Yeah, it looks like a college student, just like fucking, like, halftime project.
Yeah, something like that. But it's my favorite shitty college fucking project.
Half-term project. That's better. Yeah, I bet like Star Trek has all kinds of fucking symbolism in it. Stargate. Is it the same thing? Star Trek Stargate? Or is that a whole nother thing?
Dude. All I know is that this video just got blocked in 251 countries. Whatever.
Gay.
In the US. Oh, that's so gay. But I bet it's up on, fucking YouTube still. Oh well, the obelisk, anyway. That's lame. Now I feel like shit because my fucking video just got blocked around the world on Facebook. How do you think that makes me feel? How do you think I feel right now because of that? Not very positive, I tell you.
Oh shit, yeah, it's gone. How many people came through?
Oh, just like fucking 4. Hey, thanks guys, wherever you are. I appreciate you. It's still up on YouTube, so I'm still doing this.
Oh, good shit.
We'll get to the end of this video, and maybe we'll call it. All evidence left by the followers of Lucifer paving the way for the Antichrist. No matter how hard they try, by the grace of God, the followers of light will be victorious. 1776 will commence again. Show us what you got in your neighborhood. You run around like a schizophrenic, filming things that you think are changing the weather. Jesus. Alright. So, the series is to be continued in Salah. Maybe we will in time. I'm thinking since we just got banned in 250 countries, we'll call it here. So thank you,
Hell yeah,
Seamus. Thank you, Fischer. How's it been, guys? Have you enjoyed your stay on Sörcerers Cinema?
I enjoyed myself. That was fun. Thanks for having me.
Fischer, are you alive over there?
I guess
Did we lose him?
I guess
All right.
we lost him.
Well, Godspeed, everyone. It's been a real fucking good time.